ADW and JDW Best Matches by Colton Dennis. Both Ann Dennis and James Dennis appear standing inside of the ring. Hello everyone and welcome to ADW's and JDW's Best of Matches, said Ann. Tonight we will show you some of our greatest moments we've had from either our shows or pay-per-views, said James. So, sit back, relax and enjoy, said Ann. Why don't I let my sister go first with her favorite moment, said James. Thank you, James. This is my favorite moment. A battle royale to decide the next number one contender for the global championship. ADW's Hatred Slam 5th show of 2022. Beldings. This match is scheduled for one fall and is a 5-man free-for-all, where the winner will become number one contender for the global championship. Introducing the challengers: Genie, the Stalker, Beast, the Cataclysm and Drake, said announce number 3. Beldings. All 5 are staring at each other. Hey, you 4 listen to me. This is my shot. Not yours, mine. I'm better than the 4 of you. So, you don't feel disappointed? Someone just lay down, then I'll cover them, said Drake. The Cataclysm kicks Drake's stomach, grabs his head, then throws him over the top rope. Drake lands onto the floor hard. Genie jumps at the Stalker. Beast punching the Cataclysm. The Cataclysm punches Beast. Beast runs, then continuously rams the Cataclysm into the corner. The Cataclysm continuously groaning then hits Beast's back. Beast groans then punches the Cataclysm. The Cataclysm punches Beast. Beast kicks the Cataclysm in his stomach, bounces him off the ropes, then goes to clothesline him. The Cataclysm ducks. Both Beast and the Cataclysm run, bounce off the ropes on opposite sides of the ring, then double clothesline each other. Genie bounces the Stalker off the ropes. The Stalker reverses it, then does a back elbow onto Genie. Genie is holding his face. Drake is slowly climbing onto the ledge of the ring. The Stalker bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then boots Drake. Drake falls off the ledge of the ring, then onto the floor. The Stalker walks onto the ledge of the ring, then climbs up the turnbuckle. Genie punches the Stalker. The Stalker sits on the top turnbuckle. Genie climbs onto the second rope, then sets the Stalker up for a suplex. The Stalker, continuously punching Genie, lifts him up, then face plants him onto the mat. Genie groans, then rolls outside of the ring. The Stalker climbs onto the top turnbuckle. Beast punches the Stalker. The Stalker groans. Beast climbs onto the second rope, then sets the Stalker up for a suplex. The Stalker punches Beast's right side. Beast is groaning. The Cataclysm punches the Stalker. The Stalker groans. The Cataclysm climbs onto the second rope. Both Beast and the Cataclysm set the Stalker up for a suplex. Genie slides back into the ring, then sets the Cataclysm up for a powerbomb. The Cataclysm punching Genie. The Stalker punching the Cataclysm. Drake slides into the ring, then sets Beast up for a powerbomb. Both Drake and Genie powerbomb both Beast and the Cataclysm. Both Beast and the Cataclysm suplex the Stalker. Oh my god. All 5 are down, said announcer number 1. That was awesome, said announcer number 2. Drake is slowly crawling, then covers Beast. 1, 2. Beast kicks out. 2. Genie is slowly crawling, then covers the Cataclysm. 1, 2. The Cataclysm kicks out. 2. Both Drake and Genie are crawling towards the Stalker, then both put their arms onto him. 1, 2. The Stalker kicks out. 2. Said referee number 2. How was that? Not the end of the Stalker? Asked announcer number 2. I have no idea. That would have put me away, said announcer number 1. Both Drake and Jeannie are slowly standing up. Jeannie punches Drake. Drake punches Jeannie. Both Drake and Jeannie are continuously punching each other. Drake kicks Jeannie's stomach, runs, then bounces off the ropes. Jeannie does a heel kick onto Drake. Drake falls onto the mat, then rolls outside of the ring. Jeannie looks at Drake, runs, bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, jumps over the top rope, then lands onto Drake. All three are slowly standing up. Beast runs at the Cataclysm. The Cataclysm sidesteps Beast. Beast rams the Stalker into the corner. The Stalker groans. The Cataclysm runs at Beast. Beast ducks. The Cataclysm clotheslines the Stalker. The Stalker groans. The Cataclysm turns around. Beast lifts the Cataclysm into his shoulders. The Cataclysm is squirming, lands onto his feet behind Beast, wraps his arms around his waist, then does a German suplex. Beast lands onto the mat across the ring, then rolls outside of it. The Cataclysm stands up, then turns around. The Stalker boots the Cataclysm. The Cataclysm falls onto the mat. The Stalker goes through the middle rope, then climbs up the turnbuckle. Jeannie climbs onto the ledge of the ring, then pulls the Stalker's left leg. The Stalker falls onto the top turnbuckle, then groans. Jeannie slides into the ring, looks at the Cataclysm, then climbs into the second rope. The Stalker punches Jeannie. Jeannie head butts the Stalker, climbs to the top turnbuckle, then does a Hurricane Rana onto him. The Stalker lands on top of the Cataclysm. Both the Cataclysm and the Stalker are groaning. Jeannie covers the Cataclysm. 1, 2. The Cataclysm kicks out. 2, said referee. Number 2. Jeannie stands, goes through the middle rope, then climbs up the turnbuckle. Beast slides into the ring, runs, climbs up the turnbuckle, wraps his arms around Jeannie's waist, then does belly to belly off the top rope. Drake appears on the top rope, jumps off, does a frog splash onto Beast, then groans. All 5 are down again. What a match this is turning out to be, said announcer number 2. It really is, said announcer number 1. Drake is crawling towards Beast. The Cataclysm stands up, sees Drake crawling towards Beast, wraps his arms around his waist, picks him up, then does a bridged German suplex. 1, 2. Drake kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. The Cataclysm stands up, grabs Drake, then throws him through the middle rope. Drake lands onto the floor. Jeannie slowly stands up, then runs at the Cataclysm. The Cataclysm wraps his arms around Jeannie's waist, then does a belly to belly over the top rope. Jeannie lands onto Drake. The Cataclysm is leaning against the ropes, then turns around. Beast lifts the Cataclysm onto his shoulders, then does a cyclone onto him. Beast might have the match won here, said announcer number 1. The Cataclysm is groaning. Beast crawls towards the Cataclysm, then covers him. 1, 2. The Stalker lands onto Beast. 2, said referee number 2. The Stalker picks Beast up, pushes him into the ropes, then does Santo. Oh, will it be the Stalker that'll face Hazard? Asked announcer number 2. 1, 2. Beast kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. The Stalker stands up, then waves at Beast. Come on, said the Stalker. Beast is slowly moving, stands up, then turns around. The Stalker runs at Beast. Beast lifts the start onto his shoulders, then does a cyclone onto him. The Cataclysm quickly stands up, grabs Beast, then throws him through the middle rope. Beast lands onto both. Drake lands Jeannie. All three are groaning. The cataclysm approaches. The stalker wraps his legs, then locks in a clover leaf. The stalker is groaning, then waves his arm. The cataclysm tightens the submission. The stalker continuously groaning. The cataclysm leans back. More. The stalker taps out. Ring the bell, said referee number 2. Bell dings. Here's your winner. The cataclysm, said announcer number 3. The cataclysm breaks the submission. Referee number 2 raises the cataclysm's left arm. The cataclysm is smiling. Well, congratulations to the cataclysm. He will face Hazard at the next pay-per-view, said announcer number 1. That was a great moment. Even if we don't get along with them or not, they still pull off a wonderful job for us, said Anne. That's right. We make sure everyone is treated equally here. No one is better or worse than each other. We're all the same, said James. Wonderfully put. Why don't you choose your favorite moment? Asked Anne. Thank you, Anne. Well, one of my favorite moments would have to be at a pay-per-view. When we were first starting out and getting picked for our shows. Here's one of my favorite moments. The last picks to join JDW Blood Rumble, said James. Caged Holiday of 2022 event. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall and is a no-holds-barred match where the winner will be the last pick for JDW Blood Rumble. Introducing the challengers, Chaos and his opponent, Diablo, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. Chaos runs at Diablo. Diablo superkicks Chaos. Chaos laying on the mat. Diablo shrugs his shoulders, then covers Chaos. 1, 2. Chaos kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Oh my God, Chaos just kicked out of that superkick from out of nowhere, said announcer number 2. That's impressive, but it might be over. Diablo is thinking about going for another superkick, said announcer number 1. Chaos stands up, then turns around. Diablo goes for a superkick. Chaos grabs Diablo's right leg, grabs his left leg, pulls him down, then does a jackknife cover. 1, 2. Diablo kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Both Chaos and Diablo stand up, turn around, then double clothesline each other. Both were going for the same thing, said announcer number 1. Chaos rolls outside of the ring. Diablo stands up, looks at Chaos, bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then does suicide dive onto Chaos. Chaos goes into the barricade, then groans. Diablo grabs Chaos, sets him up for suplex, then lifts him. Chaos shakes his legs, then lands back onto his feet. Diablo lifts Chaos again. Chaos lands onto his feet behind Diablo, wraps his arms around his head, then does a neck breaker onto the floor. Both Chaos and Diablo are groaning. Chaos slowly stands up next to the steel stairs. Diablo slowly stands up, looks at Chaos, then runs at him. Chaos moves. Diablo jumps over the steel stairs, lands on his feet on the other side of them, runs, jumps onto them, then does a crossbody onto Chaos. Nice crossbody by Diablo, said announcer number 2. Diablo walks towards the steel stairs, then throws the top of them off. The bottom of the steel stairs are being pulled. Diablo looks at Chaos. Chaos stands up. Diablo goes to clothesline Chaos. Chaos ducks. Diablo turns around, then runs at Chaos again. Chaos does a back body drop. Diablo lands onto the bottom steel stairs, then groans. Chaos is looking at Diablo, stands up, then walks around the ring. Move it, said Chaos. Announcer number 3 moves. Chaos grabs a steel chair, then starts walking. Diablo is still laying on the bottom steel stairs. Chaos looks at the steel chair, raises then swings it. Diablo quickly moves off the bottom of the steel stairs. The steel chair hits the bottom of the steel stairs. Chaos drops the steel chair then shakes his fingers. Diablo is crawling. Chaos approaches Diablo. Diablo rams Chaos into the ring. Chaos groans. Diablo rolls into the ring. Stands up then looks at Chaos. Chaos is slowly moving. Diablo runs, bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring then goes for a suicide dive. Chaos swings a kendo stick. The kendo stick hits Diablo. Diablo lands onto the floor. Chaos is sitting against the barricade then stares at Diablo. Diablo is holding his head. Chaos stands up, picks up the kendo stick then approaches Diablo. Diablo slowly moves. Chaos swings the kendo stick. The kendo stick continuously hits Diablo. Chaos throws the kendo stick. Diablo's back appears all red. "Man, look at Diablo's back," said announcer number 1. "This is a dangerous match," said announcer number 2. Chaos grabs Diablo then throws him into the ring. "It's over," said Chaos climbing onto the ledge of the ring then goes up the turn. Buckle. Diablo laying in the middle of the ring. Chaos gets to the top rope, smiles, stands up onto it, jumps off then goes for a leg drop. Diablo rolls out of the way. Chaos lands onto the mat then groans. Diablo slowly stands up. Chaos stands up then runs at Diablo. Diablo does a back elbow onto Chaos. Chaos groans. Diablo jumps onto the second rope. Chaos pushes Diablo's back. Diablo falls over the top rope then bounces off the ledge of the ring. Chaos kneels against the ropes, smiles, then rolls outside of the ring. Diablo pulls himself up against the barricade. Chaos chops Diablo's chest. Diablo groans. Chaos grabs Diablo's head then runs. Diablo reverses it then throws Chaos into the barricade. Chaos groans. "These two are really going at each other," said announcer number 1. "It's for the final spot on the roster. I'd do the same," said announcer number 2. Diablo stands up then looks at Chaos. Chaos is slowly moving. Diablo runs around the entire ring. "What is Diablo doing?" asked announcer number 1. Diablo runs, then dropkicks Chaos. Chaos goes into the barricade. "Dear Lord, Chaos landed awkwardly." Diablo stands up, walks towards the announce table, then clears it off. "What are you doing, Diablo?" asked announcer number 2. "Look out," said Diablo walking, then grabs Chaos. Chaos is groaning. Diablo bounces Chaos's head off the announce table. Chaos groans. Diablo lays Chaos onto the table then punches his head. Chaos is groaning. Diablo walks behind the bell area. Come on, guys," said Diablo. The crowd is cheering. Diablo jumps onto the barricade, then does an elbow drop onto Chaos. Both Chaos and Diablo go through the announce table. The crowd is cheering. Diablo puts his left arm over Chaos. 1, 2. Chaos kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Diablo slowly stands up. Chaos is coughing. Diablo stands up, grabs Chaos, then throws him into the ring. Chaos is rolling, then stops. Diablo slowly climbs onto the ledge of the ring, then goes up the turn. Buckle. The crowd is cheering louder. Diablo gets to the top rope, jumps off, then goes a frog splash. Chaos rolls out of the way. Diablo lands face first onto the mat, then groans. "Man, that was a great frog splash by Diablo," said announcer number 1. "Definitely was. Just surprised that Chaos kicked. Moved out of the way," said announcer number 2. Both Chaos and Diablo are slowly standing up. Chaos turns around. Diablo superkicks Chaos. Chaos goes through the middle ropes, then lays onto the floor. Diablo looks around, then sighs. Chaos is slowly moving. Diablo rolls outside of the ring, grabs Chaos, then throws him into it. Diablo rolls into the ring, stands up, then waves at Chaos. Chaos stands up, then turns around. Diablo goes to superkick Chaos. Chaos kicks Diablo in his testicles. Diablo groans, then falls onto the mat. Chaos is smiling, then rolls outside of the ring. The crowd is booing. "Screw you," said Chaos, grabbing the steel chair, slides into the ring, stands up, then raises it. If Chaos hits Diablo with the chair, it might be over, said announcer number 2. The crowd is cheering. Diablo stands up. Chaos raises the steel chair. Jericho jumps onto the ledge of the ring, then grabs the steel chair. Chaos turns around, then sees Jericho. "No, no," said Chaos, turning around. Diablo superkicks Chaos, then falls onto the mat. Jericho goes through the middle ropes, then taps Diablo's back. "Come on, get up. You got this," said Jericho. Diablo slowly gets to his knees, smiles, then looks at Jericho. Jericho is smiling. Diablo stands up. Jericho swings the steel chair. The steel chair hits Diablo's head. "What? Oh my God. Jericho just hit his partner with that chair," said announcer number 1. "But why?" asked announcer number 2. Jericho throws the steel chair, grabs Diablo, places his head onto the chair, goes through the middle ropes, climbs up the turnbuckle, gets to the top rope, jumps off, then does a frog splash onto Diablo's head. Diablo is shaking. Jericho rolls Diablo over, grabs Chaos's right arm, then puts it over him. 1, 2, 3. "Ring the bell," said referee number 1. Bell dings. "Here's your winner, Chaos," said announcer number 3. Chaos slowly gets to his knees, then looks up at Jericho. Jericho looks at Chaos, helps him stand up, then raises his left arm. "Why would Jericho do that to his own partner?" said announcer number 2. "I don't know. Well, folks, I want to thank you for watching. Be safe out there and good night," said announcer number 1. "Bye-bye," said announcer number 2, waving. Both Chaos and Jericho are standing on the ramp. Diablo holds his head, then looks up at both Chaos and Jericho. The crowd is booing loudly. "There you go. One of my favorite moments," said James. "You know, I still couldn't believe that Jericho turned on his own partner that night," said Anne. "You're not the only one." Fans were pissed at Jericho for turning on Diablo. "They were together forever," said James. "Yes, they were. Great people and funny too," said Anne. "Yeah. So would you like to pick another moment?" asked James. "I'd love to. Another favorite moment of mine is when we had our second pay-per-view. When we were still getting picks," said Anne. "Marathon Death of 2022 event. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall and is a tag team match where the winners will be the next pick for ADW Hatred Slam. Introducing the challengers, Caramel and Fortune, and their opponents, Divine and Ivy," said announcer number 3. Bell dings. Both Divine and Fortune walk around the ring. Divine stops the looks at Caramel. Watch yourself, said Divine, pointing at Caramel. You want me? Do you want me? Asked Caramel. Hey, you. Can't fight worth shit, said Divine. Hey, tag me in, said Caramel. Fortune walks towards Caramel, then holds out her right hand. Caramel tags Fortune's right hand, then goes through the middle rope. Well, looks like Caramel's gonna start off this match instead, said announce number 2. Well, Divine was kinda making her get into the ring, said announce number 1. Both Caramel and Divine lock up. Divine pushes Caramel into the corner. Caramel holds up her arms. Divine taps Caramel's face. Come on, you wanted me. Caramel lockups with Divine again. Divine pushes Caramel into the corner. Caramel raises her arms again. Divine taps Caramel's face again. Caramel slaps Divine. Divine falls onto the mat. Caramel gets on top of Divine, then starts punching her. Divine tries covering herself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Referee number 1 pulls Caramel off Divine. You have a count of 5, said referee number 1. Divine rolls outside of the ring. Come on, get in there, said Ivy. You get in there, said Divine. I'm not tagged in, said Ivy. Divine slides into the ring, stands up, looks at Caramel, smiles, then tags Ivy's chest. Maybe another time, said Divine, going through the middle rope, then stands on the ledge of the ring. Ivy goes through the middle rope, then runs at Caramel. Caramel continuously does an arm drag onto Ivy. Ivy kneels against the ropes, then looks at Divine. Get her, said Divine. Shut up, said Ivy. Both Caramel and Ivy lock up. Ivy puts a headlock onto Caramel. Caramel struggling, then bounces Ivy off the ropes. Ivy does a shoulder tackle onto Caramel. Caramel falls onto the mat. Ivy runs, bounces off the ropes, jumps over Caramel, then bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring. Caramel quickly stands up, then does a hip toss onto Ivy. Ivy groans. Caramel picks Ivy up, bounces her head off the turnbuckle, then tags Fortune's right hand. Fortune goes through the middle rope, then punches Ivy's left side. Ivy groaning. Fortune bounces Ivy off the ropes. Ivy holds onto the ropes, quickly tags in Divine's left arm, then rolls outside of the ring. Divine goes through the middle ropes. Both Divine and Fortune lock up. Fortune puts a headlock onto Divine. Divine bounces Fortune off the ropes. Fortune holds onto Divine. That was a nice move by Fortune. Keeping the headlock on Divine, said announcer number 2. These are professional wrestlers, said announcer number 1. Both Divine and Fortune are laying on the mat. Divine struggling, then turns Fortune into her left side. 1, 2. Fortune kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Both Divine and Fortune stand up. Divine continuously clotheslines Fortune, lifts her up, then slams her onto the mat. Fortune groans. Caramel holding out her right arm. Reach for her, Caramel. Reach, said Divine, kicking Fortune's head. Come on, Fortune. Come on, said Caramel. Fortune reaches for Caramel's right hand. Divine kicks Fortune's head again. Fortune groaning. Divine looks at Caramel, then smiles. Let her tag me in, said Caramel. Divine waves at Caramel, bends down to grab Fortune, turns around, then punches Caramel. Caramel falls off the ledge of the ring. Oh, what a cheap shot has by Divine, said announce number 2. Divine smiling. That's what happens when you want in, said Divine, turning around. Fortune does a back body drop. Onto Divine. Divine lands onto the mat, then groans. Nice back body drop by Fortune, said announcer. Number 2. Yeah, but now she doesn't have anyone to tag, said announcer number 1. Divine crawling then tags Ivy's left hand. Ivy QCKLY goes through the middle ropes then runs at Fortune. Fortune moves out of the way. Ivy goes face first hard into the corner then falls onto the mat. Fortune covers Ivy. 1, 2. Ivy kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Fortune grabs Ivy then whips her into the corner. Ivy groans. Fortune runs at Ivy then does a corner clothesline, wraps her head then does a running bulldog onto her. Fortune stands up then waves up. The crowd is cheering. Looks like Fortune wants to end this, said announcer number 1. She's going for an quat, unfortunate, and quat, said announcer number 2. Ivy stands up then turns around. Fortune kicks Ivy's stomach, sets her up then does a powerbomb onto her. 1, 2. Divine dropkicks Fortune in her back. 2, said referee number 1. Divine grabs Fortune's hair. Fortune wraps her arms around Divine's head, then does a jawbreaker onto her. Divine holding her face then turns around. Caramel runs, then tackles Divine through the middle ropes. Both Caramel and Divine land onto the floor. Fortune turns around. Ivy kicks Fortune in her stomach, sets her up for powerbomb, wraps her arms, does a double arm underhook facebuster onto her, then covers her. This could be it, said announcer number 2. 1, 2. Caramel lands onto Ivy. 2, said referee number 1. Caramel grabs Fortune's left arm then drags her towards their corner. Ivy grabs Caramel's hair. Caramel slaps Ivy. Ivy holding her face then looks at Caramel. Caramel slaps Ivy. Again. Ivy falls onto the mat. Caramel goes through the middle ropes then tags Fortune's back. Ivy crawling towards her corner. Caramel runs on the ledge of the ring then climbs up the turnbuckle. Ivy stops then looks out the corner of her eyes. Caramel jumps off the top rope then does a frog splash onto Ivy. What a beautiful frog splash, said announcer number 1. Caramel could have the match win. Here, said announcer number 2. Ivy groans. Caramel rolls Ivy onto her back then covers her. 1, 2. Divine pulls Caramel's leg. 2. Caramel pushes Divine into the barricade, pulls herself up then turns around. Ivy rolls Caramel up. 1, 2. Caramel kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Both Caramel and Ivy stand then double clothesline each other. Fortune appears laying on the ledge of the ring, pulls herself up then holds out her left arm. Divine pulls Fortune off the ledge of the ring. Fortune hits her head off the ledge of the ring. Divine picks Fortune up then throws her over the barricade. Caramel slowly crawls towards her corner. Divine runs around the ring, jumps onto the ledge of it then holds out her left hand. Caramel looks up then doesn't see Fortune. Fortune, Fortune, said Caramel. Ivy tags Divine's left hand. Divine goes through the middle ropes, then runs at Caramel. Caramel turns around. Divine shoulder blocks Caramel's left leg. Caramel flips onto the mat, holds her left leg then groans. Divine smiling, grabs Caramel's left leg then continuously knees the back of it. Caramel continuously groaning. Divine turns Caramel onto her stomach, lifts her up then slams her left knee into the mat. Caramel groaning. Fortune climbs onto the ledge of the ring. Ivy slides into the ring, runs then hits Fortune with a forearm. Fortune bounces off of the announce table. Ivy rolls outside of the ring. Divine looks at Caramel then locks in an ankle lock. Caramel screaming. Divine bending Caramel's left ankle more. Caramel screams then taps. Ring the bell, said referee number 1. Here's your winners by submission. Divine and Ivy, said announcer number 3. Divine continues holding onto Caramel's left ankle. Hey, let her go. Let go of her, said referee number 1. Divine lets go of Caramel's left ankle. Caramel is holding her left ankle. Divine smiles then rolls outside of the ring. Both Divine and Ivy are walking up the ramp. The crowd is booing. Man, how dangerous is Divine? Asked announcer number 2. Well, just look in that ring. Man, that was a great moment. And I'm hoping all of those ladies are doing great in their future endeavors, said James. So, why don't you tell us another great moment of yours, said Anne. All right, let me think. I would have to say our third show. Now there was only one match that night. But we made history. Because 3 women battled for an opportunity to be on Blood Rumble. Take a look, said James. JDW Blood Rumble third show of 2022. Beldings. This match is scheduled for 1 fall. Is a triple threat match. And is inside the demonic cell, where the winner will be the last pick for ADW Hatred Slam. Introducing the challengers, Karma, Harpy and Electric, said announcer number 3. Beldings. All 3 are looking at each other. Harpy kicks Karma's stomach, punches. Electric then turns around. Karma kicks Harpy's stomach then throws her through the middle ropes. Electric rolls Karma up. 1, 2. Karma kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Electric turns around. Karma clotheslines Electric then bounces off the ropes. Harpy pulls onto Karma's leg then pulls her outside of the ring. Karma punches Harpy. Harpy knees Karma's stomach then bounces her head off the cell wall. Karma falls onto the floor. Your face won't look pretty after this match, said announcer number 1. That's for sure, said announcer number 2. Electric bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring then does a baseball slide onto Harpy's. Harpy goes into the cell wall then falls onto the floor. Electric is sitting on the ledge of the ring, gets down, grabs Harpy then throws her into the ring. Harpy rolling then stops. Electric climbs onto the ledge of the ring then goes up the turnbuckle. Karma climbs onto the ledge of the ring then pulls Electric's leg. Electric lands onto the top turnbuckle then groans. Karma goes through the middle rope then climbs onto the second one. Electric punches Karma's right side. Karma groans. Electric head butts Karma. Karma swaying on the second rope. Electric head butts Karma again. Karma falls onto the mat, then groans. Electric stands onto the top turnbuckle. Harpy stands up, then kicks the top ropes. Electric falls onto the top turnbuckle again. Harpy punches Electric a few times, climbs onto the second rope, then sets her up for a suplex. Electric holds onto the top rope, then punches Harpy's left side. Harpy groaning then hits Electric's back. Electric groaning. Harpy sets Electric up for a suplex again. Karma hits Harpy's back then sets her up for a powerbomb. Are these women nuts? Asked announcer number 1. Whatever it takes to win, said announcer number 2. Karma powerbombs Harpy. Harpy suplexes Electric off the top rope. All 3 are laying on the mat. The first one to their feet first will definitely have the advantage, said announcer number 1. Karma is crawling towards Harpy then covers her. 1, 2. Harpy kicks out. 2. Karma crawling towards Electric then covers her. 1, 2. Electric kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Karma slowly stands up then approaches Harpy. Harpy is groaning, gets picked up, wraps her arms around Karma's head, then does a jawbreaker onto her. Karma holding her face. Harpy clotheslines Karma, sees Electric slowly standing up then kicks her. Electric falls onto the mat. Harpy runs then continuously rams Karma into the corner. Karma continuously groaning. Harpy whips Karma into the opposite corner then runs at her. Karma moves. Harpy goes face first into the corner then groans. Karma wraps her arms around Harpy then does the back suplex onto her. These women are doing so well inside the demonic cell, said announce number 2. Like I said. And quat. Trained professionals, and quat, said announce number 1. Karma stands up then turns around. Electric kicks Karma's stomach, bounces her off the ropes then does a heel kick onto her. Karma groaning. Electric covers Karma. 1, 2. Karma kicks out. 2. Electric stands up. Harpy rolls up Electric. 1, 2. Electric kicks out. 2, said announcer number 1. Both Electric lands Harpy stand up then. Double clothesline each other. Karma stands up, goes through the middle ropes then climbs up the turnbuckle. What is Karma thinking here? Asked announcer number 2. Karma gets to the top rope, jumps off of it then goes for a body splash. Harpy rolls out of the way. Karma lands face first onto the mat. Then groans. Harpy grabs Karma, sets her up for a powerbomb, lifts her up, bounces her off the top rope then does a sit-out powerbomb onto her. 1, 2. Electric tackles Harpy. 2, said referee number 1. Harpy stands up then starts punching Electric. Electric rolls on top of Harpy then starts punching her. Both Electric and Harpy continue rolling around the ring then go outside of it. Harpy bounces Electric's head off the cell wall. Electric groans, knees Harpy's stomach then bounces her head off the ledge of the ring. These two are really going at each other, said announcer number 2. They definitely are, said announcer number 1. Both Electric and Harpy continue punching each other. Karma bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then does suicide dive onto both Electric and Harpy. All three go into the cell wall. Oh my god. Karma just took out both Electric and Harpy. But she hit her face off the cell wall, said announcer number 2. That's why you shouldn't take risks. Especially in these types of matches, said announce number 1. Karma slowly stands up then appears with her face cut. Karma's bleeding, said announcer number 2. Karma grabs Electric then throws her into the ring. Harpy stands up then pushes Karma into the ring post. Karma falls onto the floor. Harpy slides into the ring then waves at Electric. Electric stands up then turns around. Harpy kicks Electric's stomach, sets her up for a powerbomb, lifts her up, bounces her off the top rope then turns. Electric does Hurricane Rana onto Harpy then wraps her left leg. 1, 2. Harpy kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. That was a close one, said announcer number 2. That it was, said announcer number 1. Electric stands then gets clotheslined. Harpy kneels against the ropes then stands up. That's it. It's over, said Harpy picking Electric up, sets her up for a powerbomb, lifts her up, bounces her off the top rope then does a sit-out powerbomb onto her. 1, 2. Karma lands onto Harpy. 2, said referee number 1. Harpy stands then continuously kicks Karma. Karma continuously groaning. Harpy picks Karma up. I deserve this spot, not you, said Harpy running towards the ropes. Karma reverses. It then throws Harpy into the ring post. Harpy groans. Karma turns around. Electric lifts Karma. Slams her onto the mat, goes through the middle ropes, climbs up the turnbuckle, gets to the top rope, looks down at her, then goes for a 450 splash. Karma rolls out of the way. Electric lands face first onto the mat, then groans. Karma stands up, grabs Electric, then throws her into the ring post. Electric falls onto the ledge of the ring, then lands onto the floor. Harpy goes to clothesline. Karma ducks, wraps Harpy's arms, sets up for a full Nelson, then does a bridge dragon suplex. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, said referee number 1. Bell dings. Here's your winner, Karma, said announcer number 3. Karma did it. By connecting with and quat, total Karma, and quat, she is now the last pick for ADW Hatred Slam, said announce number 2. Congratulations to Karma. She pulled it off, said announcer number 1. That was a great moment too. Man, I can't believe all the moments we are thinking of, said Anne. Well, what do you say we give the fans one more moment we could think of? Asked James. That's a good idea. Oh, I got one. It was a pay-per-view called Unforgiven Bestial Encounter. It was for the tag team titles. Take a look at this, said Anne. Unforgiven Bestial Encounter of 2022 event. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall and is for the tag team titles. Introducing the challengers, the Clam and the Stalker, and their opponents. They are the tag team champions, Digger and Suave, said announce number 3. Bell dings. Both Suave and the Stalker lock up. The Stalker puts a headlock onto Suave. Suave, groaning, bounces the Stalker off the ropes, then pushes him. The Stalker holds onto the ropes. Suave goes for a dropkick, then lands onto his feet. The Stalker goes to clothesline Suave. Suave ducks, then dropkicks the Stalker. The Stalker goes through the middle ropes. Suave, looking at the Stalker, runs, then bounces off the ropes on their opposite side of the ring. The Stalker walks away. Suave stops himself. The Stalker walks around the ring, then climbs onto the ledge of it. All right, that was a good one. I applaud you, said the Stalker, going through the middle rope. Both Suave and the Stalker lock up again. Suave pushes the Stalker into the ropes. The Stalker pushes Suave into the corner. The Clam tags the Stalker's back, goes through the middle rope, then hits Suave's back. The Stalker goes through the middle rope. The Clam chops Suave's chest. Suave groans. The Clam bounces Suave off the ropes, then goes for a kitchen sink. Suave holds onto the Clam's right leg, then rolls him up. 1, 2. The Clam kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. Both Suave and the Clam stand up. Suave goes to dropkick the Clam. The Clam catches Suave's leg, then slingshots him. Suave goes over the top rope, then lands onto the floor. Nice slingshot by the Clam, said announce number 2. Yeah, but they can't win the titles outside of the ring, said announcer number 1. That's true, said announcer number 2. The Clam goes through the middle ropes, then climbs up the turnbuckle. Suave slowly stands up outside of the ring. The Clam jumps off the top turnbuckle, then does a crossbody onto Suave. Both the Clam and Suave are laying on the floor. The Clam stands up, grabs Suave, then rolls him into the ring. Suave rolling then stops. The clam climbs onto the ledge of the ring, then starts going through the middle ropes. Suave quickly stands up, then drop kicks the clam. The clam lands onto the floor, groans, then holds his right leg. "Oh, the clam might have hurt himself," said announcer number 1. "Hopefully it's nothing serious," said announcer number 2. The clam continues holding his right leg. The stalker jumps off the ledge of the ring, picks the clam up, then rolls him into the ring. Suave is crawling towards his corner. The stalker jumps onto the ledge of the ring, then tags the clam's right shoulder. Suave tags Digger's left hand. The stalker punches Digger. Digger falls off the ledge of the ring. The stalker goes through the middle ropes, approaches Digger, then starts kicking him. The stalker is really kicking Digger. "He's upset about his partner," said announcer number 2. The stalker picks up Digger, then throws him into the barricade. Digger groans. The stalker picks up Digger again, then throws him into the ring. Digger rolls, then stops. The stalker climbs onto the ledge of the ring, then goes up the turn buckle. Digger is laying in the middle of the ring. The stalker jumps off the top turn buckle, then does an elbow drop onto Digger. "Oh, this could be it," asked announcer number 1. The stalker covers Digger. 1, 2. Suave lands onto the stalker. 2, said referee number 2. The clam climbs onto the ledge of the ring. Suave punches the clam. The clam falls onto the floor, then holds his right leg. Again. Suave goes through the middle ropes, then climbs up the turnbuckle. "What is Suave planning?" asked announcer number 1. "I don't know, but I think it's a bad idea," said announcer number 2. Suave gets to the top turnbuckle. The stalker punches Suave, then pushes him off of the top turnbuckle. Suave goes into the barricade. The stalker turns around, then waves at Digger. Come on, said the stalker, continuing to wave at Digger. Digger stands up, then turns around. The stalker goes for a running Santo. Digger does a drop toe hold onto the stalker. The stalker groans. Digger rolls towards the corner, kneels, then starts taking off the turnbuckle pad. Referee number 2 looks at Digger, then approaches him. Hey, no, give me that. You could be disqualified, said referee number 2. Putting the turnbuckle pad back onto the turnbuckle. Digger smiles, pulls out a pair of brass knuckles, then puts them on. The clam pulls himself up onto the ledge of the ring. Digger punches the clam with the brass knuckles. The clam falls off the ledge of the ring. Digger smiles again, then turns around. The stalker kicks Digger in his testicles. Digger groans. Referee number 2 turns around, then sees the stalker kicking Digger in his testicles. What did you just do? Ring the bell. Ring it, said referee number 2. Bell dings. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners by disqualification, and still your tag team champions, Digger and Suave. The stalker holds his head. He was gonna use the brass knuckles, said the stalker. I didn't see any brass knuckles. I saw you kicking him down there. So, you're disqualified, said referee number 2. The stalker goes through the middle ropes, sees the clam, then approaches him. The clam holding his head and his right leg. I'm so sorry, said the stalker. The clam sighs. The stalker starts attacking the clam. What is he doing? Asked announcer number 1. The stalker throws the clam into the steel stairs. The clam groans. The stalker throws the top pair of the steel stairs off, looks underneath the ring, then pulls out a steel chair. Stalker, no, don't do whatever you're thinking, said announcer number 2. The Stalker pulls the clam's right leg, then pins it onto the steel stairs. "Don't do it, Stalker. Don't do it," said announcer number 1. The stalker raises the steel chair, then swings it. The steel chair hits the clam's right leg, the clam screaming in pain. The stalker throws the steel chair at the clam, then walks away. The crowd is booing. The stalker is walking up the ramp, stops, turns around, then smiles. The clam is groaning and holding his right leg. "Oh man, that wasn't easy to watch," said announcer number 2. "No, it wasn't. I don't understand why he attacked him. He's your partner. Plus, he didn't lose the match. Stalker disqualified himself," said announcer number 1. "Yeah, I don't understand either. Just hopefully the clam gets to the emergency room," said announcer number 2. "Man, talk about turning on your own partner," said Anne. "I remember seeing that. Clam had to miss a few weeks, didn't he?" asked James. "Yes, he did. Ended up with a broken leg after that," said Anne. "At least Stalker has changed his ways since then," said James. "Oh yeah. So what's your last favorite moment, brother?" asked Anne. "Well, my last favorite moment has to be our very first Blood Slam event. We had both shows together, defending their titles. But I actually have to say, that entire event was my favorite moment, because it was our first big pay-per-view after Battle of the Shows and Hatred Rumble. So, I actually have to say, that entire event that night was the best." "I don't know what else to say," said James. "Well, thanks for that great moment, James. But, as I glance at the time, we need to get going and get ready for our next roster," said Anne. "That's right. I hope everyone had fun. Be safe out there and good night," said James. "Bye-bye. Thanks for everything, you guys," said Anne. Both Anne and James go through the middle rope, walk down the steel stairs, then go up the ramp. The end.